1934, though his birth certificate said he was born on May 9th. This didn't matter to him. He celebrated both dates equally. He was the eldest boy of 7 children born to Jose Quintero, a shoemaker and the black sheep of a good family, and Josefina Sanchez, who was the maid of the Quintero family home. My father grew up very poor. He was forced to leave school after the 6th grade in order to start working and contribute to the family's expenses. If he lost the money he made, selling newspapers, he would have to go without supper. My father knew hunger. He loved school, and he hated having to leave it. He sometimes spoke of the teachers he remembered. The one that invited the class for dinner one night and played piano and served hot chocolate. He loved school and he loved reading books. He also loved to dance. For a time, he was king of the Mongol. Around the time he left school, he met my mom. Who moved from the center of San Luis to what was then the outskirts. They were 12 years old. They were sweethearts on and off until they would marry at age 27. I asked my mom recently what she saw in him, and she said, bueno, es que estaba muy guapo. He was very handsome. My dad liked to tell the story of their first kiss, how she thought he had spicy lips, but really it was just from eating chili peppers like 3 weeks before. After getting married, they moved to Monterrey for a time. My dad sold fruit and was doing relatively well, despite the fact that my brother Joe would eat a lot of the inventory.
You can't tell.
But he wanted more. So when his brothers asked him to move to the U.S. to work in 1970, he jumped at the chance. That was my father. Never hesitating at an opportunity, never shying away, never afraid of life. He left his family behind in Mexico thinking it was a temporary move. My mom, a pillar of strength in her own right, followed after him. My brother Hector was born in Chicago in 1972. Chicago would be my parents' home until they returned to San Luis just a few years ago. While we are saddened by his loss, we feel touched and happy that we have so many memories of him. By the way, if you haven't heard the story of Joe and him riding on a bus in Mexico for 6 hours, you gotta hear this story. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but I should mention that they were in a luggage compartment.
With chickens.
At night. Or you should ask my brother Ralph about my dad's love of water slides, and I'll just leave it at that. My father was a complex man. He was sweet. You can just ask my sister, didn't he? Yet he was tough as nails. He rarely punished us, and he was funny and silly, and you can ask any of his grandkids or his great-grandkids. He always spoke to us in a respectful manner. He believed we could do anything we wanted to be, especially given the opportunities absent to him. He even taught himself how to play piano a few years ago. We were all very proud of him. I know he was proud of us.